Hey guys, I just wanted to do my review for Arrow Season 4, Episode 21, Lost in the Flood. So this is just following the episode in which Felicity was forced to reroute a nuclear missile to blow up Haven Rock as opposed to Monument Point because was lesser of two evils and basically it would have caused far less death and destruction. Just in the Now, tens of thousands of people died as opposed to millions. And of course, this is enough to power Dark to the point where even bullets and arrows fired by Green Arrow and Spartan aren't enough that they disintegrate in midair. That he can disintegrate him in midair, and he leaves him to die in the cave that's collapsing. But both guys are able to make their escape. Now you would think, okay, this is something that would, have repercussions on the entire Arrowverse. Like this would, be mentioned on Legends of Tomorrow. This would be mentioned on the Flash. This would pretty much shut down the country, and Felicity would be dealing with the aftermath, with the fallout, both emotionally, literally and figuratively, and the emotional fallout she did from having to essentially play God, but. Does that happen? Do they deal with the repercussions? No! They focus on her fucking parents arguing and all of her goddamn family drama for the sake of that, family drama and comedy. She has more screen time. The scene at the loft has more, with Felicity and the parents and Curtis, they all have more screen time, and the episode spends more time focusing on them than the actual title character, who, with Felicity's help and using Thea's form to track them, leads them down into the Ark, which is what Hive is calling the Dome, containing all the people who have joined him. But it basically talks about, okay, Malcolm kidnaps Thea, brainwashes Thea with the yellow pills, has them turn against Green Arrow and Spartan as a gun, and they're chasing, and they're being chased by the chased by the ghosts, and which kind of leads to a kind of really cool action sequence in which they're gunning them down or shooting them down with arrows, and there's a couple of explosions and cool stunts where they're running through different front yards of houses, and it's pretty well choreographed, pretty well unique, and all. But of course, then they had to hide in some family's home who says that they joined of their own free will. They've become part of the Ark because they've lost all hope that Star City and the rest of the world is beyond saving. That's just going to crap, and there weren't any yellow pills or need much convincing to do so. And Oliver starts to think that maybe he really hasn't inspired much hope in the city, and maybe Dark has a point about the world kind of going to crap. And then of course Oliver and Spartan are ambushed again by, Merlin and Thea and the Ghost, and basically in a confrontation where Oliver and Thea are fighting, he convinces Thea to successfully fight through the brainwashing, and Thea points an arrow on Malcolm. Spartan points a gun at Malcolm as well, and she threatens to kill Malcolm if he brainwashes her a third time. And Oliver convinces him to they get him to evacuate the city because anarchy's still there for some fucking reason, and he kidnaps Rube, Dark, and Damien's daughter. They're down in some basement. The center of the city is powered by Dwarf Star alloy, and one ricochet of an arrow can blow up the entire Ark, which seems to happen just from a ricochet arrow trying to like hit Anarchy, hitting like this propane tank, and all of a sudden like explosions hit the streets of the Ark, and the whole basement they're in like starts collapsing. And as a last resort, and just despite Damien Dark, she is Anarchy stabs Rube Dark fatally, and just as everybody's trying to escape, Rube makes one last request, asking the Team Arrow to get her daughter to safety as her last dying words, and they do. And let's mind you, this is maybe only like 30 or 40% of the damn episode. The other, like I said, most of it is dedicated to the Felicity's parents going back and forth, and basically Felicity and the Calculator having to have a hack off with Brother Eye, Felicity's ex-boyfriend, also known as Cooper from season 3, and he creates some kind of hack in which all of a sudden it's like he sends electrical surges through Felicity's home, and they counteract it by sending electrical surges through the Hive base and knocking Cooper on his ass, and Felicity finally addresses Noah as dad, and that hurts Donna, and then she finally admits that Noah never left them. She just took Felicity and left Noah, and made him think that, and made Felicity think that Noah was just a deadbeat dad. Which, okay, this is the kind of fucking blew my mind. She spent the entire season saying like how she hated Noah for being a liar. I hate people who lie. Lying is wrong, and trying to be more. And don't lie to people you love. And to come out to finally saying, oh, by the way, I lied to you about your father. It's like, what the heck? I swear, it's like I don't know what it is about the writers on this show, but it's like, this is the crap that made me hate Laurel and Thea during the first 2 seasons of this show, in which they try to be like morally superior hypocrites and like give everybody a hard time about lying this and the whole 9 yards about that. And then here, and then it's almost like they took those traits and added them to Felicity to some extent, but even to a greater extent, the mom. I don't know what it is about it. It's like, and this is the same woman who convinced Quentin Lance to give up his career as a cop just because, oh, I hate liars, I don't date liars, blah 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 blah. And whatever. I don't know. Basically, they're able to at least like delay it, and in a nutshell, the whole well, I guess basically just quick thing on the flashbacks. The Idol is driving Tiana crazy. She makes her like invulnerable to bullets from 2 of Ryder's men. Oliver shoots them. Her soul's power make her more powerful, and she talks about wanting to kill more people to get more powerful and overthrow some Russian dictator. And then she kills another innocent man who Oliver is trying to help. I mean, that's about it. And Donna especially just tells Noah to take a hike after the whole crisis is over, or is saying that if he really loves his daughter, that he will stay out of her life, knowing that he'll never truly change. And then this is followed by Damien Dark, who, after finding out that his wife is dead, and that the Ark was destroyed to the point where it causes like this huge like the glaze to basically cave in and cause this huge like crevice where the dome and the glades used to be, and that her daughter is nowhere to be found. He decides that he just wants to nuke the world just because he's lost all hope, and he's just pissed off and all that jazz. And he even goes to Felicity saying that he needs a favor, and is gonna try to, I guess, like force her to reactivate the missiles or something. I don't know, but I don't know what the fuck happened to the show. It's just like this show's been like so uneven. This season's been so uneven to the point where it's had ever since like the mid-season finale, where it's had boring episodes, fun episodes, and just episodes that are just kind of that are just kind of stupid like this. I mean, I can only hope the season. I can only hope that the season finale ends at least a high note, but I'm not getting my hopes up on that. But anyway, guys, what are your thoughts on the episode? Do you think this show is beyond redemption? Do you think Felicity's become Mary Sue at this point? Because I'm sure have. Are you tired of the character? Do you still like her? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.